You guys ever see this meme? It's one of my favorites. And yeah, I get it, there are officially 4 seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall. And if you're in the tropical region, then you get 2. But here in Canada, we all sort of agreed to throw that out the window. Because there aren't really 4 seasons, we have like 12. As I'm writing the script, I'm working through a winter storm that has snow piling up to 60 centimeters. And by the time this video's up, that'll probably be old news. But my memories of 60 centimeter snow, 0 hot water, and negative ridiculous temperatures still lingers deep in my mind. And that honestly inspired me to make this video. A meme and a storm. So what are these 12 seasons? Well, let's start at the beginning of the year, shall we? And as always, it's winter in Canada. Your typical snow, ice, cold temperatures, pretty standard winter stuff. The only other country that's really known for their winters is Russia. And history suggests that going there in the winter hasn't really worked out for a few select world leaders. But like I said in the intro, we were suffering from a massive winter storm a few weeks back. And honestly, we weren't even surprised. What usually takes us by surprise is the false spring. That's when you see this little guy pop up. This is a groundhog. It's sort of a tradition that on February the 2nd, if the groundhog doesn't see its shadow, we get an early spring, and if it does, we get 6 more weeks of winter. Well, in Canada, we get both. There'll be a week or 2 where the winter seems like it's going to turn to spring, and we actually get to see grass for the first time, but no. Everyone here knows what that means. It's false spring. Newcomers to Canada might be fooled by it, but not us who's lived here for years, because we all know what comes next. And it's back. Second winter. The snow, the cold, the suffering. We all knew it was coming back. We just take the false spring as good signs to come, but it's only for a few more weeks. Winter is honestly not that bad most of the time. It's cozy and has that holiday feel to it. Snow's pretty fun when it's the fluffy kind. And as Canadians, we do get used to the cold. But after months of this, surely it'll start warming up. Right? Right? Yeah, right. It actually did this time. And with all that snow, everything starts to melt. Paired with a bunch of rain, and it's just a whole world of... I guess you can technically call this spring, since this is when it's supposed to happen. And sure, temperatures do get warmer, but for the most part, it's just wet and muddy. So everything is melting and miserable, when suddenly... Okay, round 3, it's back again. The snow, the cold, the when is it gonna end? A few years ago, there was this pretty bad snowstorm during my birthday. I remember working on my laptop at home, being greeted by a few birthday wishes online, when I looked outside and I saw white. I was born in April. April. Snow? Today? But why? Don't worry, this is the shortest of the winters. And it usually leads up to... Are you guys a fan of allergies? I'm not. The watery eyes, the sniffles... But I guess we can't complain. Spring is finally here. And with it comes the pollen. Just a little bit of knowledge dumping for you. In Canada, pollen season starts around April. We get it from trees, grass, and weed. The plant kind, not the drug kind. Well, they're both plants. I guess you can say spring's finally arrived. And we will gladly take on the warmer weather and the occasional rainfalls and sneezing, just so we can actually enjoy being outside for once. Spring is actually my favorite season. It represents new life to me. The leaves start turning green, we see more sunshine, and outside becomes a lot more lively. That being said... The bugs. The goddamn bugs! We all know that annoying sound, and they're everywhere! It's around this time when they start coming about. They swarm you when you go outside, the fruit flies inside, the bees that have no business flying in your ear. But I'll give them a pass. Bees are cool. And once you get bit, that just ruins the next few days, right? Just how itchy it gets. And you can't just help making that X on the spot when you get bit. I can't be the only one who does that. The bugs are an indication of one thing, and one thing only. Summer. It's a beautiful day outside. Flowers are blooming, birds are singing. On days like these, people like us
Burn in hell.
Why is it so hot all of a sudden? We were just in negative ridiculous only like 4 months ago. How did we 180 so much? It feels like I'm an ant under a magnifying glass. All I do is sweat, slather on sunscreen for every freaking hour, and go to war with all these goddamn bugs for 4 months. Wait, it's starting to cool off. I can finally enjoy being outside without sweating like a pig. It's here in the latter half of the year when it starts to finally cool off after baking in the heat. Fall is coming and we finally get a break from all of that. Nope, that was a lie. It's summer again. It's back to the heat. Back to everyone's vacation time. I do like summer. It feels like the country is the most active here. It's the time where I go out the most. Hikes, swimming, time outside with friends. I just wish that every time I do go outside during the summer, the sun isn't actively trying to kill me.
What, am I gonna fight the sun?
But before you know it, it's fall. Actually fall. This is when you get to see Canada's iconic orange and red maple leaf colors. Halloween decorations pop up everywhere, and finally the air starts to cool. Fall is peak cafe season. It's when hot drinks start making their comeback and everyone just hangs out trying to get cozy. The fall clothing starts to appear, and while everything starts to get colder, the fall definitely has that feeling of warmth. And just before you know it, winter's back. We thought we were done. We thought the maple leaves and cozy cafes meant a gentle landing, but no. Winter comes before you know it. But even though this winter and the first winter I spoke about is the same, this half of the season feels different. This is the winter half during the Christmas season, and it feels a lot more festive. But we're back in this battlefield again. The snow, the cold, the suffering. But we're Canadians. We've trained for this, and we'll keep on surviving through these 12 seasons, year after year.